Yeah. Pretty sure that was the humane thing to do. Search Mr. House. Doesn't have anything on him. Not that I thought he would. Not really a huge number of pockets.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for...
And we're back. And House is dead. That problem is no more. I can stop looking over my shoulder each time I visit the strip. No more waiting for the robot army of doom to appear and cause untold amounts of screaming and shooting and general just not having a good time-ness. He's dead. And in the end, I did it myself. I just walked in there and I shot him. Well, that's not actually exactly true. Well, no, I did walk in there and I did shoot him, but I walked in there with my weapons holstered. I was willing to talk to him, and his robots just attacked. And so I killed them, and then I killed him. I actually think I did him a favour, to be honest. He really didn't look particularly healthy. No, he didn't. The thing is, I had originally thought to acquire allies. Become untouchable, so to speak. You know, have the NCR love me, put them in a position of power, and let them protect me from Mr. House and said robot army of doom. But in the end, they just sent me off to kill him. So all that manoeuvring, all that looking around to get myself in a better position so I didn't have to fight House led me to the point where I had to fight him. There's probably a deep lesson to be learned there. Where's Rex? And the lesson is probably, if you've got a problem, shoot it in the face. If the problem has a robot army of doom, shoot the robot army of doom in the face. And so on. Where's Rex? Please tell me he's not stuck on the van again. That sounds bad. Yes, he once kind of got stuck under a wheel on the van. I tell you what, never mind. That's probably going to upset people. Are you coming or not? Come on. Alright, fine.
Okay.
Alright, now I just said wait here. He's gonna wait here, and he stood up.
Lead the way.
Okay, now, okay, brilliant. Is he coming? Is he? Yeah, right. I thought for a second arcade was going to stop. So, you might be thinking, well then why are you heading back to the NCRs in as they were utterly and completely useless? Well, I do actually have to return and tell the Colonel the good news and perhaps get a reward? I don't know. We didn't discuss pay. They didn't actually say, we will give you something if you kill House. I was just ordered to do it like a good little soldier. But you know, you never know. There might be a reward. Of course, now that House is dead, the NCR are free to pretty much take over the strip, which is not exactly... Well, it's not my first choice of situations to be in. I mean, let's face it, they're a little overbearing. They kind of get in the way a little. But at least they don't have a robot army of doom. I mean, yes, they have a vast army of getting in the wayness and telling everyone what to do, but it's a kind of normal standard army, not a robot one. I mean, yeah, look, I realise I've got a thing about the whole robot army of doom or otherwise. I don't like the idea. It never works out well. Think about it. Whenever anyone in history, well, not in history, but in movies or books, whatever, gets a robot army capable of taking out everyone else, they always go nuts. They always cackle. And the fact that he turned out to be a desiccated corpse with wires stuck in him that really did look like he belonged in a B-movie pretty much confirms my theory that he was going to end up ruling the world and cackling. Yes, he was. You know he was. So the NCR are basically better than him. And of course they're better than the Legion. And let's face it, the only other option is me being in charge, and pretty much
Nelson's back in our hands.
anything is
Hope we
better
can
than
defend it
that.
this
Well,
time.
maybe not the Legion. Me in charge. Ugh. Okay.
Report. Is Mr. Howe still a threat?
Well, he's dead, so I hope not. But if you'd seen him, you'd actually worry that maybe. I was hoping to ask you some questions. I've killed him.
Then that's one more nuisance we won't have to worry about. Good work. Our efforts haven't gone unnoticed either. The brass have been throwing around the idea of having the president visit the dam for a while now, to rally the troops and boost morale and such. With our recent achievements, they finally feel secure enough to stage the damn thing. But while it's being planned, I have one last mission for you. Several years ago, we managed to wrest the Helios 1 solar power station from the Brotherhood of Steel chapter local to this area. It was a crushing victory, but no one's heard a peep from the Brotherhood since. Most people assume the Brotherhood is scattered and not a threat. Recently, we've had scouts go missing in an area west of Helios, and I'm concerned that the Brotherhood is involved. I want you to find them, and once you do, finish them for good. Any questions?
Yes. The whole finish them for good. Is there no peaceful way to resolve this?
Don't even think about it. Any Brotherhood survivors likely harbor a deep grudge against us. We can't afford to leave such an enemy alive. Any other objections? Maybe you'd like to bring the Brotherhood some flowers.
That's a good idea. Why not? How do you expect to destroy an entire Brotherhood chapter? I mean, I thought the Brotherhood were all wiped out at Helios 1. How could they have survived? Yeah, no, they're not there. They're not there. They're not there.
After the battle, we consolidated our hold on the plant before pursuing our enemies. It was a mistake, to be sure, but there wasn't really any place for them to go. When we finally gave chase, however, they had simply vanished. Some of our people think they had some means of conveyance, like the Vertibirds the Enclave used, and hightailed it out of here. I think that they found some place to hide close to Helios, and never went that far at all. Any other questions?
How do you expect me to destroy an entire Brotherhood chapter? Men, women, children, old people, goldfish. Are there still goldfish? Well, there won't be after you've... No.
Dismissed.
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Yeah. If it's, oh, by the way, don't blow up the Brotherhood. I wasn't planning on it.
Any day now? Caesar's going to try to march across Hoover Dam and kick NCR out of the Mojave.
Caesar's
We're
dead,
getting
dude.
caught up in something important out here.
He's dead.
Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle of all this. I know I'm just
Not
along
by
for the ride,
choice.
but it's made me think about the past and how I might be able to help out.
Okay. Can you stop the NCR from wanting to wipe out the Brotherhood? What are you talking about?
I wasn't always with the followers, or with the NCR. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember them. But they did bad things. Terrorized communities, kidnapped people. Eventually someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro.
Okay. What happened to Navarro? Where did the Enclave go?
A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went east. My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here.
Okay, and what happened to Navarro?
After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay, and where are you going with all this?
The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make a difference in the fight against Caesar.
Oh, do you want them to help NCR? I'm not sure this would be a good idea. Do you want them to help NCR?
That's a hard question to answer. I know I don't want the Legion to take Hoover Dam.
Me neither.
So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. If possible, I'd like to figure out a way to help the NCR win Hoover Dam without holding New Vegas.
Okay. How about... Well... Okay, fine. I'll do it. Yes.
Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them by myself. To them, I'm still a kid. But you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
You think they'll listen to me? You think I can talk them into it? Have you met me? Well, that went to crap pretty damned quickly, didn't it? I'm not wiping out the Brotherhood. I mean, firstly, I don't do genocide. It's not one of my hard and fast rules, but perhaps it should be. Secondly, I kind of like the Brotherhood. I mean, yeah, some of them are a bit annoying, and one or two of them did try to kill me, but generally I kind of like them. And thirdly, let's face it, Veronica would kill me. We're not... She didn't actually say wipe them out. She said deal with them. Let's go and chat with the Brotherhood and see if there's some way we can sort something out. Although I really do doubt it. They're not exactly the hold hands and join forces kind of group, are they? You know this sandstorm that hides their location? They might want to make it a little wider or a little more diffuse, because it kind of stands out like a sore thumb if you think about it. I mean, it's a little too localized, isn't it? Okay, and now I have to remember whether... Yeah, and the fact that you step right into it and see a ventilator shaft is pretty much ruining the whole thing. Where was the door? I can't...
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh god, there were rad scorpions. There were... I don't want pulse slugs. Okay, we got rad scorpions. Oh, there we go.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
No, I beg to differ. I think there's probably more hostilities.
Ready, steady.
Yes, fighty. Got it. Actually, you know what? Maybe... Oh, what the... Okay. There it is.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Slightly more accurate. Although, it's not like I'm shooting at any distance, is it? We're looking for a rock that looks like it might have a... There you go. A gate in it. Actually, there's a few of them. Billy rules, you suck. Steve was... here. Peace. Yeah, all war is the bomb. Alright. Oh, don't tell anyone about this place. Not that I thought you would, just thought I'd mention it. Oh, I completely forgot they've got a merchant here. Well, I didn't forget. I didn't think of it. I should have brought some stuff with me to sell. I mean, I appreciate I'm on somewhat of a critical task.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
Don't interrupt me. There's no reason for not making a few caps along the way. Okay. Elder McNamara.
Greetings, my friend. I hope I can be of some assistance to you.
Right. The NCR is currently looking to destroy you. That's pretty much straight to the point, isn't it?
I suppose it was only a matter of time. I wonder if, given the NCR's current situation, they would consider a truce of sorts. We've given up our claim to Helios.
Okay.
And we don't have any interest in claiming Hoover Dam, so our ambitions are not at crossed purposes. Perhaps it's time for a new strategy. Go to the NCR commander and tell her the Brotherhood is willing to put aside our enmity for the time being. Further, tell her that we are willing to send troops to aid in their coming defense of the dam. My guess is they're in no position to refuse.
Okay, well, apparently I was wrong. They are willing to hold hands. Return to Colonel Moore and report that the Brotherhood will support the NCR against Caesars. This is good news. This is actually... Okay, brilliant. Right, so, as long as the NCR are okay with that, they should be, right? I mean, that's a great offer. I'm a little worried by the fact that they were even contemplating, you know... I mean, because if you... I mean, deal with them could be taken a lot of different ways, but let's face it, one of the options was wipe everyone out. And that would have been the only other option. And you can't wipe the Brotherhood out unless you wipe out all of them. And I do mean all of them. It's not like the Legion where you kill the soldiers and maybe the children and the non-soldiers would give up and go somewhere else. Could you imagine Veronica or even like a teenage Veronica giving up and going somewhere else after everyone she knew had been slaughtered? Nope. So the fact that this was even a conversation I had to have is a teeny bit worrying. I mean, granted, the alternative... Well, the alternatives were house, and let's face it, I'm lost, although this time I think I can probably blame the weather. The more things seem to go my way, the more I'm convinced things are spiraling out of control. I mean, this is good news, right? The NCR and the Brotherhood are going to be friends, which is good. I like that. I do. I like that. And the NCR is the lesser of all the options, really. I mean, the Legion, no way. House, well, obviously he's dead, so he's not an option, but let's face it, that was never going to be a good option. And of course, then there's the why don't I take over option? And I'm not saying I wouldn't be a good leader. I'm sure I'd be awesome at it. And maybe I could even make a lot of money. I could probably make a real killing, couldn't I? No pun intended. But here's the thing. When you're in charge, not only are you constantly having to look over your shoulder, but it seems to me you're very often not free to do what you want. And a big part of having lots of money is the fact that you can then do what the hell you want. You can have what you want, go where you want, do what you want. It's freedom. You kind of lose that when you're in charge. You know, being a king sounds boring. Being a prince who's, I don't know, somewhere way down the line of succession, that sounds way more fun, right? However, you know what? Not my problem anymore. We go back, we tell them that the NCR and the Brotherhood don't have to fight, they can be peaceful, Veronica will still love us, and we can go
Dr. Klein
back to being
Dr.
annoyed
Burroughs?
by our armour. Now, we can go back to making tons and tons of money. I do hope I get paid for this one. Oh no, we're going to go and find your friends, although, to be honest with you, I don't think we're going to ask them to help the NCR out. I think what we're going to do is go off and have some fun. Yes. We'll leave the NCR to face the Legion, and they won't have to worry about House, and they won't have to worry about the Brotherhood, and those two can sort of snare at each other across a dam. Maybe they'll just, I don't know, stay there forever. That would be... Okay, were you waiting for me?
Has the Brotherhood been found?
Okay. If I say yes and tell you that there's a peace deal, and then you say, no, don't want it, I won't be able to say, no, never found them. Well, no. Alright, fine. No, look. Seriously, I talked to the Brotherhood, and they're going to support you.
And you believed them? Do you have any idea how long we've been fighting those bastards? Ugh, Crocker will have a field day with this. He'll want to establish diplomatic relations with them, for Pete's sake. But we've got more important matters to attend to. The President is due to arrive soon, and we're sure the Legion won't waste such an opportunity. I want you to assist the security detail we've prepared for the President. His safety is critical to maintaining the men's fighting spirit. Go up to the Visitors Center and speak to Ranger Grant. He's in charge of security during the President's visit. Dismissed.
Okay. First of all, can we stop with the dismissed thing? I'm not a bloody soldier. I'm helping you out. And I was hoping for a whip. Have I been paid anything for any of these tasks ever? Why have I got to protect the President? You've got a bloody army out there. I'm not. Is that the... Okay, you know what? Let's not talk to Ranger whatever his face. What was he called? Why am I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. You know it when it happens. Report to Ranger Grant. So the President is going to be visiting here, and they want me to look after his security. I tell you what. Why don't they look after his security themselves?
For the Kings to back down.
You know what? I feel better already. I do. The NCR and the Brotherhood are not going to fight. They're going to stare across the dam at the Legion. Maybe they'll have a fight. I'm pretty sure now the NCR and the Brotherhood can probably beat the Legion. I mean, I've got to ask how many soldiers the Legion have left, because I've killed an awful lot of them. They'll probably end up in control, which is not brilliant. Are you pointing at the monument or my van? I can't quite...
I'm glad the troopers are smart enough not to trample everything.
It's the monument. Okay, it's very nice, yes. So, you know, I mean, the NCR are probably going to end up in control, but that's not my business. I am going to stay out of everyone's way and actually help you find your friends. Now, they're dotted around. There was... Right, here we go. We got one near to Novak. I tell you what, let's go to Novak first. Here's the thing. We're going to find your friends just because it sounds like a fun thing to do. But honestly, I'm not sure what we're going to do with them. Because we're not going to be fighting. No, we're not. Unless you want to go and tell them to help out the NCR. If you want to do that, they can do that. But, you know, they're on their own. What we're going to do after we found your friend is we're going to go and check out the casino. There's still a casino on the strip that I've not been to. The push one. You know what? It's probably rude to actually call on someone during the night. And it's been a long time since I've actually slept in this place. Did you know I actually had a room here? I've been sleeping in the schoolhouse or the van for such a long time. How early do you think she gets up? She can get up at 7. That's a little early to be knocking on someone's door.
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help us out.
What the?
This is a delicate matter, and we need all the help we can get from people we can trust. We've got a lot to do to prepare for the President's visit, and not much time. Once we start, we'll be on a strict timetable. Are you ready?
No! I have some questions, like, how the hell did you find me? Have you been chasing the van? I have some questions.
Ask your questions, but keep it short.
I'll keep it very short. Go away! I'm done with questions.
If there's nothing else, then let's get moving.
Yes, get moving. Go away. Oh, yeah, I need to prepare. That's...
Make it quick.
Oh, I'm just really quick. It'll be... Can you go away? I want to sleep. Fine, I'm going to sleep in the van then. You better... Oh, God. You better not be following me around all the time. Okay. So, You don't think he's still there, do you? He's... Oh my God. Okay, he really is. He's gonna stay there. You know what? You're supposed to be protecting your president. You're doing a lousy job. Is that who I'm here to see? That might be who I'm here to see. You don't think they're going to postpone the visit until they find Ranger What's-His-Face there? I mean, he's...
Starting combat. Just kidding.
They probably will, won't they? They'll be like, oh, the head of security's gone missing. We have to cancel the visit. You know what? Whatever. Daisy Whitman!
If Caesar's dead, why ain't the NCR taking care of regular folks yet?
That is a good question. Daisy!
Your travels been going all right?
Have we spoke before? We might have. We have, yes. Arcade asked me to find you. I'm reunited in the remnants, and they'll need your piloting skills.
Told you everything about us, did he?
Kind of.
Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a Vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
It's just struck me. We get a Vertibird. Why does that sound weird when I say it out loud? Vertibird. That sounds wrong when I say it. I don't care. I want one. How did you like flying Vertibirds for the Enclave?
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry.
I want a Vertibird.
There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow.
Oh, yeah, definitely. As far as I'm concerned, you have.
Watch your 6 out there.
I will watch my 6...
Since my mother died,
okay.
Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded.
Okay, some people can't stop reliving the glory days. It was an important part of her life. Why shouldn't she enjoy it? Hell yes! Vertibird!
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a Vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
Right, but she could fly us around in a Vertibird. I need a Vertibird in my life. We have now got a plan. We've got a couple of plans. Those things sound mildly terrible. Yes, we're going to turn the Lucky 38 into a money-making machine. We're going to find a Vertibird and turn it into a flying machine. And we're going to avoid our apartment in Novak because we don't want to talk to Ranger Uji What's-His-Face. Next stop is Cannibal Johnson's cave. And I'm pretty sure I've been there. Well, actually, I know I've been there. It's on my map. I seem to remember going in there as well. Did we ever ascertain why he's called Cannibal Johnson? I can't quite remember.
What's up?
I don't... Okay, what's your opinion on the current situation?
Helping the NCR is better than helping Mr. House, but I don't think it's the best solution for the people in New Vegas. If the NCR can take full control of Freeside and the Strip, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Besides, Even if New Vegas eventually gets representation in the NCR's Senate, it's not like the NCR runs efficiently.
True, but what are the alternatives?
See you around.
Do you want to run it? I mean, I could probably put you in charge. Why can't I do that? Why can't I... We could use Yes Man. And then leave you in charge, not me. Or no, better still, I'd be in charge, but you'd do everything. I like that idea. I'm in charge, but we don't tell anyone, so I don't have to keep looking over my shoulder. And you handle all the administrative stuff, and I handle the big decisions, like... Well, you could just pretty much handle everything, and anything that involves money, I could get involved in. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm wandering around. This is where we found the vault, isn't it? Yeah, I was actually going to ask you why they call him Cannibal. That's actually why I was going to talk to you, but, you know, hey. It's dead ahead. We're close to Vault 34. The vault filled with radiation. It's probably not the only vault filled with radiation, but it's the one I remember oh so fondly. Have we? Did I see? I could have sworn for a second I saw green. I think it's at the top there. It is somewhere up there. All right, let's try and get... Oh, no, there it is. There it is. I'm pretty sure I've been here. It's on the map. Hit. Traps. Disarmed. Cantankerous looking old man. Any mines? Okay.
If the NCR ain't got to worry about Caesar no more, it should worry about improving the lives of regular folks around here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Out of curiosity. Mole rat wonder meat. All right.
What brings you around this time?
I knew we'd spoken. Okay. Arcade asked me to gather the remaining members of the Enclave in the Mojave.
Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then?
He thinks your experience and technology will help resolve the conflict in this region. I'm gathering allies, just in case. I like that idea. Do you have something better to do?
Hey, I was just asking. No need to get uppity about it.
No, I wasn't.
I'll be at the reunion, don't you worry.
No, I wasn't being uppity.
Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is old. Appropriate, huh?
I wasn't being uppity.
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
Okay. Yeah, could you tell him that I wasn't being... I meant that in the best possible way. Like, come on, it'll be fun kind of thing. Do you have anything better to do? It was supposed to be like a light-hearted, hey, let's get out of here and have some fun kind of thing. Okay, I failed. Right, why worry about it? You don't have to be your father. I'm sure your father would be proud of you. You don't actually have to be your father, you know. But you know what? I have a feeling this is important to you, isn't it? I'm sure he'd be proud of you.
I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
Well, if he was a good father, he wanted you to be happy. Happy and safe. And if you're... Well, you're not exactly safe with me, but if you're happy, that's good. And if you're happy being a doctor, I'm sure he would have been proud of you, to be honest. Everyone wants their son to be a doctor. It's a thing. Yes, it is. Right, where are we going next? And should I go back and pick up the van? Emergency Underground, NCR we could... Right, gun runners. Let's go and get the van. I hate being too far away from the van. The van is actually further away than the next remnant, but I want to move the van to the gun runners. I've recently sold them some guns, so I don't think I'll be able to make any cash whilst I'm there, which is, of course, a shame. I think this is the address. Door to Orion Marino's house. That was the person we were supposed to be getting, wasn't it? Let's remind ourselves. Orion Marino. That is a very, very cool name. Oh my god, this looks like Doc Mitchell's house. Hello, Orion.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
I'm not with the NCR. Do you have something against the NCR?
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. The NCR makes a habit out of wrecking homes. I came out here to get away from them. Didn't work out so well. Next thing I know, I'm squatting in their land. Never mind that I already been living here for years.
Yeah, that is a bit annoying, isn't it, actually? What do you do around here? We've not met, you see. I like the outfit.
Do? I don't do anything. I'm retired.
Okay, so what did you do before you were retired?
I was a soldier. Why do you even care? I came out here to forget about the past, so quit bringing it up.
Well, okay, fine. I was making small talk to get to know you. Arcade and I were looking for you. We're gathering the remnants.
Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Your advanced level of tech would be useful in settling things between the NCR and the Legion. I have a feeling he's not going to want to hear that one. There isn't anyone else around with your equipment and expertise. I never said anything about paying you. I didn't. But let's just... There isn't anyone else with your equipment and expertise.
You can thank the NCR for that one. Wait, this isn't on behalf of the NCR, is it?
No. No, I was planning on helping the Legion. No, I wasn't. Lie, I was hoping you'd want to take down the NCR since that's the plan. No, does it matter who we help?
Yeah, it does. There's not a chance you'll find me helping the NCR in any way. They've caused me too much grief.
Okay, then you'll be happy to know I'm planning on helping the Legion. I'm not helping the Legion. I want to help the Legion defeat the NCR. I actually don't. I want to get a Vertibird. That's all I want. I want a Vertibird. So you're not coming?
Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind. Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Remember? Okay. What did you do when you were with the Enclave?
Heavy weapons trooper.
Nice.
Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
All right, then. Okay, so if...
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard.
Okay.
He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
Okay, don't be too hard on him. It's a part of who he is. A man should know when to let go. He should definitely know when to let go.
It's been decades, you know. By now, he's been out of the Enclave longer than he was in. Most people know when to hang it up and start over. But not Moreno.
Okay, so he's old, cantankerous, doesn't know when to let go. But on the plus side, Vertibird.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wedding bells for today. got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Jingle, jangle.
As I go riding merrily